Are you washed in the blood? Are you washed in the blood of Devil All the Time? Review next. The Devil All the Time is a new Antonio Campos film that is distributed by Netflix and has a big ensemble cast with the likes of Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, and Bill Skarsgård. This was a movie I was particularly interested in because this movie looked pretty interesting by the trailers, and I was really excited to see it considering that there really wasn't anything coming out this week. So I had all my intentions to see a new film. And I guess you could say this film was disappointing just by more of an excitement standard because I thought this movie was going to be very, very good. But I still thought this movie was good, and I thought there was more positive than there was negative. So I guess we'll just get on with what I liked. And let's start off the acting. The acting was great. Tom Holland is definitely the one that needs to be talked about the most. We already know Bill Skarsgård and Robert Pattinson are great in this film. I mean, it's going to be kind of obvious. Tom Holland is playing a different character in this one than we normally see him playing Spider-Man, this young, charming, hilarious, and just a kid that is trying to handle the arms of being Spider-Man. But in this one, he almost plays as this rugged, dark, and really bitter person that is just very hard to execute, especially because we all know Tom Holland. We all love Tom Holland as Spider-Man, and so it's gonna kind of sometimes distract some audience members trying to see him anything but that Spider-Man, and he is kind of ruthless in this film, and I thought he did an awesome job handling this performance, and it just shows that he has so much range besides being Spider-Man, and I can't wait to see what more things he's gonna be in. What I also love about this film, and I think probably my biggest positive, is how the film handles its social commentary on Christianity. So the title is called The Devil All the Time. You gotta know that the devil and God are always gonna be together. Okay, you know the devil is mentioned, you know God's going to be mentioned. They're just linked in that way. And I think having that Christian background going into this film, I thought the film for me actually made it very more interesting knowing some of the songs like I sang in the beginning, or knowing how a lot of these traditional churches back then truly acted and felt, and they really took the Christianity to a whole new level. And some of it is metaphorical for some of the Christianity that, you know, or for the things that are within the Bible, like sacrifices, or how they would torture or they would punish people, especially in the Old Testament. And it shows how people can take things from the Bible so very literally when many parts of the Bible are metaphorical, and just take it to an absolute different level to justify the means that they're doing. And that is something I find so fascinating, and it happens all throughout this film. And it just shows that Christianity in this film is not depicted as good. And that is totally fine, because I think it really embodies all these characters, all these sinners, as you can say. I think that is a massive theme in this film, as almost all the characters, none of them are really that good at all. Everyone's just kind of a jerk, and everything does things for their own selfish reasons, using Christianity to justify their ways. And that happens in many aspects of the film that I don't particularly want to get into, just because I don't think they cover them in the trailer as much. So I want you to experience that yourself. The cinematography was excellent. It definitely gave off that old 1960s feel to it. I thought the editing was great. I thought the direction was awesome. It really added extra spice to the film and kept me really more invested, and actually captured a lot more emotional scenes than I was expecting. I think we're going for negatives here. I think this movie feels very clunky in times throughout this film. It almost feels like there are times where they're trying to get the execution going, especially in the beginning of this film, but it feels like it's just jumbled everywhere. And you're like, okay, I know these elements are going to connect, so how is this all going to connect together? And it eventually does, but the way we get there feels all kind of rushed, feels very messy, and I think it could happen due to the writing. But the writing is solid, but there are times where we're trying to get the story going and it doesn't work for me. I also think the second half was just not very interesting. It almost becomes a Tarantino-esque kind of ending of a film, but doesn't feel like it's earned or it's warranted or it fits really the tone of the film. And it just kind of gets crazy, and then you're like, okay, then you just see the setup of everything is gonna go, and you're like, okay, this is gonna happen, then you just start knowing what's gonna happen the rest of the film. Then I'm completely uninvested because it felt like the movie had nothing else left to go for it. Overall, I really enjoyed this film. I think you guys should check it out. It is on Netflix if you have a subscription. I'm probably give this a 6 out of 10. Let me know, did you guys see it? Did you guys really enjoy it? Did you guys not like it? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to talk to you about it. Please like and share the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It means the world that you guys have subscribed, liking my videos. You guys are the best, the best, the best. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video.